Hi everyone! In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the Align panel in Adobe Illustrator. This is a complete guide that will show you how to align objects, distribute objects, and distribute spacing between objects. Once you finish watching this, you'll know how to get your artwork elements aligned and distributed perfectly every time. This video here is part 1 of the series, where I'll be concentrating on the align functions. Make sure to watch part 2 to learn how to distribute objects and spacing, and part 3, which will show you practical examples of how we apply all of this to our fashion and graphics artwork in the real world. So let's get started. So the first thing I need to show you is how to open your Align panel in the first place. If you don't see your Align panel in your Illustrator window, then go up to Window, Align, and it'll pull up this Align panel. Now, your panel may come up like this, with only 2 rows, and if it does that, then just make sure to click on this drop-down menu and click on Show Options, which will show you the whole panel. And you'll also notice that when you select any 2 objects on your page, you're also going to get the Align and Distribute controls up here in your control panel as well. But I like to work from the Align panel. So let's see how this works. On this page, I have several different squares and rectangles that are all in different lengths and widths. And I'm going to show you what happens when we use our Align and Distribute controls. So the first thing that you need to know is that there are 3 different things that you can align to. You'll see on the bottom right corner of the Align panel that it says Align to, and there's a drop-down menu. So you can align to selection, align to key object, and align to artboard. So let's first work with Align to artboard. So I clicked on Align to artboard, and this is your artboard right here, this rectangle. And whatever command you press, it's going to align it to the artboard. So it's going to align to the edges of the artboard. So if we take this first command here under Align Objects, this is your horizontal align left. Now when I select my shapes, and I can select either one shape or several shapes at the same time, when I select them and I click on horizontal align left, it's going to align all of the shapes with the left side of the artboard. Let's undo that. So now if I take these shapes and I click on this command, this is horizontal align center. It's aligning the center of each object with the center of the artboard. And now we just undid that. And if I take these shapes and click on horizontal align right, it's going to align the right edge of all of my shapes with the right edge of the artboard. So that's your horizontal alignment. Now let's do vertical alignment. So if I select my shapes again, and I click on vertical align top, what it does is it aligns the top edge of all the shapes to the top edge of the artboard. And if I select my objects and I click on vertical align center, it's aligning the center of each object with the center of the artboard. And then if I select my objects and I click on vertical align bottom, it's going to align the bottom of all of my objects to the bottom edge of the artboard. So now let's see what happens when we align to selection. So I've checked that, and when I select these objects, what you'll see is that there is a bounding box that appears. That bounding box represents the selection area, and that's what it's going to align to when you click on any of these commands. So if you click on horizontal align left now, it's aligning the left edge of all of your shapes to the very left edge of that initial selection box, not to the edge of the artboard anymore. And if you make your selection again, you'll see that here, this spot right here is the center of the selection box. So if you click on horizontal align center, all the centers of the objects will be aligned to that center of the initial selection box. And if you click on horizontal align right, all of the right edges of the objects will align to the right edge of the initial selection box. It works the same exact way with the vertical alignments. You'll see that if I click on vertical align top, the top edge of each object will align with the top edge of this initial selection box. And if I do vertical align center, the center of each object will align with the center of this initial selection box. And if I do vertical align bottom, the bottom edge of each object will align with the bottom edge of this initial selection box. Now what happens when we use the Align to Key Object option? Let's click on that. And basically what this is going to align your objects to is one of these objects that is being considered the key object at this moment. So let's do this using two objects as an example. I'm selecting my fuchsia rectangle and my pink square. And basically, Illustrator automatically will make the second object that you picked into your key object. So let's try doing horizontal align to the right. When I do this, the pink square stays in its place and the fuchsia rectangle aligns to the right edge of the pink square. This is because Illustrator automatically picked the second object that you selected as the key object. But actually, you can decide what your key object is. So if you want the pink square to line up with the fuchsia rectangle, what you need to do is select over the two shapes, and then without pressing anything, just click once with your mouse on the desired key object, which in this case is the fuchsia rectangle. And you'll see that there's a thicker highlight on this object, and that means that you've made it the key object. So now when we use that same command, horizontal align right, the pink square aligns its right edge to the right edge of the fuchsia rectangle. And we can try that with multiple shapes as well. So if I'm dragging over all these shapes, the bottom green one is the last one chosen. Illustrator will automatically make that shape the key object. So if I do horizontal align right, all of the right sides of all these shapes will align to the key object, which is the green rectangle. And you can see that the green rectangle has a thicker outline, meaning that it is the key object. If we do that again and try vertical align bottom, you'll see that all of the shapes aligned with the bottom of the green rectangle. But if we select this in the same way, and let's say we want to make this lime rectangle in the center the key object, again, without pressing on anything, you just click once with your mouse on the desired key object, and you'll see that there's now a thicker outline around it. And if we do that same command of vertical align bottom, all of the objects align with the bottom of the lime rectangle now. So that's how you use Align to Key Objects. So that completes part 1. Make sure to click on the link below for part 2 of this series, Distribute Objects and Distribute Spacing. You won't want to miss it.